Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. To recap where we left off last time, we started the game over after getting the bad end where Yuri died, and everything was going smoothly until it didn't. Some really creepy stuff started happening, and then the day ended with Yuri and Natsuki getting into a huge fight, and then Monika just starting the game over, it seems. So now we're back at the poem selection screen, so I guess here we go again. So we tried to tailor our poem for Yuri. I guess let's go for Natsuki now. Vanilla. Clouds. Charm, definitely. Skipping. Lollipop. Romance. Feather. Cute, definitely. Twirl. Fun. Marshmallow. Oh, we get some... What is this? I guess it's the game just glitching out more. Anime, definitely. Wonderful. Smile. Fireflies. Another one of these options. Blanket. Kitty. Peaceful. Oh, I went to Yuri. Puppy. And last but not least, candy. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Yuri. Oh god, this is... She's just cut off, what the hell? Ah, hi Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, can't tell, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Okay, so we didn't restart, we just skipped straight to the poem selection. It seemed like a restart though. Okay, now she's in full resolution. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk. And surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday. I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. Bold statement. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Not really. Kuri. Don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and... Sorry, what am I saying right now? I just... Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So... Natsuki doesn't remember! Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Eh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. Okay, I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? Monika wiped her memory. But... I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long, anyway? Ah. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Aw, well thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monika looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Kuri. Monika smiles sweetly. Ah. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I think Monika likes us. And she's slowly trying to get rid of the competition. I see. I'm not sure if Monika was referring to the whole club, or just me. It was just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off into the closet. Kuri, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Okay. Can we start? Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Doki Doki. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah. But I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and then pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Okay. So the classroom looks normal right now. The image of Sayuri hanging in her bedroom is no longer there. So Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ah. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Oh my god, the music became muted as if it's like actually playing in the classroom. That's an interesting thing. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Ha 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 ha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. Oh my god. I had this idea that she was like spiking it with something. But this, oh my god, like, ugh. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? No. I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah. Oh my god. She's cutting herself. Kya? I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Kuri, do you like oolong tea? Oh, yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Okay. So, like, the way that part was phrased, it sounded like she was doing something into the water. But I'm glad it wasn't. But on the other hand, was she, like, putting her blood in the water or something? Like, I don't know. Or was she just taking a moment to cut herself? Like, now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? Oh, I just remembered. So, Natsuki's accusation that Yuri cuts herself, that's actually true, so... What do you know? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who's around, anyway. Ah. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Kuri. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know how I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Kuri, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Eh? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes. I have terrible reading posture. She was about to say something really TMI, I think. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri sides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Aw, that's okay. I won't take any. Eh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. True. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Ah, different sprite. This is really pretty. And you've got some like particles floating in the background, which are visible because of the sunlight coming through the windows. That's really nice. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. And then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. Rejected. Oh. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Kuri. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Ah. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't... Kuri. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Kuri. My heart... Why are the lights off? My heart won't stop pounding, Kuri. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Kuri? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. Oh. That's an expression we haven't seen before. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Holy shit. Oh my god, the eyes are actually moving. This is so fucking weird because it's not in the style of their stylized anime eyes, and it was just like very, very weird looking. Okay, Monica came to our rescue. It's time to share poems. What is up? What's going on? I don't know. Who should I show my poem to first? You know, that's really weird. Like, I tailored my poem for Natsuki, but we still went ahead with Yuri, so maybe we're just in that part of the game where we have to go down a path with Yuri, maybe. Let's go with Monica. Kitty, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. How do you know this? I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. So she's a masochist? It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've been kind of enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. And we didn't even say anything in response, we just took it. Like, what? Save me. The colors, they won't bright. Beatful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. An endless poem of meaningless. What the fuck? Why does it keep going? Delete her? What? Sorry. I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Ooh, I think I know where this is going now. Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. That's the only choice, so okay. And that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. This game. Okay, who should I show my poem to next? Let's go with Natsuki. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. Just make sure you find a little bit of influence from everyone. I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been, like, spending time with her, or whatever. But you know, Monica and I are just as good as her. At poems, I mean. So you should really try to learn something, or you'll never get better. Here's the one I wrote. I'll make sure you learn something from it. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Ickly, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. What? Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. You're set in your ways? Is that what you're trying to say? I doubt I have to explain it. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Okay, so the point of view of the person who wrote the poem is like someone who would treat her for liking manga as someone who likes spiders, so I get it now. Such as two of the girls in this very club, whom I respectfully won't name. Kind of ironic that even in one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess thanks? But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so... Whatever, we're done sharing, so you can leave now. Oh man, who should I show my poem to next? I've been waiting for this. You know, now that we've seen her cut, like, I'm wondering if there's ever gonna be a point where we start to see, like, maybe, like, some bandages visible underneath her, like, sleeve? Or if there's, like, blood actually bleeding through. So, like, I'm keeping an eye out for that now. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Oh god, this just looks like prose. Wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning an axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood, written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. This does not even sound like a poem, it just sounds like scribbles you would see on an insane asylum's wall. Just what? It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? No? Yes. Even though it's gonna be creepy, I bet. Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Huh? This is part of my cursor. It's Sayori's face. What? What's going on? Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Okay, now it's gone. We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Okay. So in our first original playthrough, the festival was like the crux of like when all the bad things happened. Like our falling out with Yuri, us growing closer to Natsuki, Monica becoming like more of a prominent figure in this game. It's just... So now that we're getting close to the festival again, I feel like just weird shit is gonna start happening a lot. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. The hanging screen grab is back, I just noticed. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Kuri joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. And the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. Oh boy. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Kuri? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Kuri to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica. Do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Kuri joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Kuri isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. Monica will not like this at all. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Kuri want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation... No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Kuri, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Honestly, we joined this club initially to appease our childhood friend, Sayori. That's basically it. And then we kind of stayed because there was a bunch of cute girls around. So, depending on how you look at it, it can be either friendly or like kind of like unsincere, you know? Insincere. Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? Are they gonna fight again? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. Now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Kuri. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? Okay, Yuri, way to show your true colors. I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. What? I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Kuri? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes... She was bleeding from her eye. Yep. It's still going. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Kuri? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Kuri before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Okay, Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? Kuri, I just wanted to make sure you were enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. And we're getting some static. And the room is getting darker. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls giving you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things that I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet, no! This? Okay. Is she not in control then? Because, like, the way we ended last episode, it made it seem like Monica was fully in control of the situation, and as if she just, like, snapped her fingers, and then we just jumped straight back to this poem selection screen. But just now, it looked like she wasn't in control. Or it might be just a fake out. There's definitely something up with Monica. The fact that she never appears here on the poem selection screen, we can't tailor anything towards her. And yet, a lot of the problems seem to stem from her, but not directly, but like in a very indirect way. And it's very clear that she's trying to discredit the other girls as much as she can to spend more time with us. So anyways, this episode has been super weird. Like, just incredibly so. Just with the way that it phrases things, and just like, you know, it just puts these weird ideas in your mind. Like, for example, like when Yuri went out to get water, like I was just thinking, like, what's taking her so long? So I started to think, is she putting something in the water? Is she spiking it with something? And then as soon as you hear the heavy breathing, you're just like, oh no, is she doing something to the water with her body? And then you find out that she's cutting herself. So it's like, it subverts your direction in such a way. Like, they tricked you into thinking that she's doing something weird with the water, with how specific the scenario was set up. And then they just spin you on your head when they reveal that Yuri was cutting herself. So it's like double whammy, really. But anyways, I wonder how far into the game we are right now, because, like, honestly, I can't really tell. We've gone through a lot of exposition, but like now it just seems like it's like really taking its time with developing what is exactly going on in this club. Anyways, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all on the next episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Until then.